Yeah, I'm Silvia Duarte. I am from Guatemala, and as Henry said, I'm the assistant director here at City of Asylum. Patricia Orlizka, officer from the Immigration Services, invited me to be the candidate speaker for this ceremony. I felt thrilled, excited, and a bit overwhelmed by the responsibility this implied. It is impossible to represent all the candidates. All of us have different paths and goals. However, if something unifies our experience, that is the sense of sacrifice and the faith in a different or better future. Some of us sacrifice sharing the table with our families on important celebrations, working in a job we love, having drinks with friends, attending the funeral of loved ones, assisting our sick parents, witnessing birth of the new members of the family. Some of them even sacrifice seeing their own children grow up. All of us sacrifice a lot because there was something in another part of the world that worth it. And more than that, all of us sacrificed something because we knew we were able not only to adapt, but also to contribute to a new country. We only needed its trust. I asked Michael Leon, also an officer from Migration Services, what was expected from this speech, and he said that normally the candidate speakers share their paths to be citizens. He said that frequently new citizens talk about love or persecution because those are the reasons that brought them here. Well, I ended up here in Pittsburgh in my Samsonia Way street for both reasons. I was in love with a writer who couldn't live in his own country because his novels bothered his repressive government, his writing. I quit my job as an editor of the most prestigious newspaper in the country and packed a bunch of pictures, my desire to stay, my adventurer vocation, the jokes of my colleagues, lots of advices of my mother, a long hope from my father, and the tears of my sister. I still travel with that wherever I go. I landed in Pittsburgh and suddenly I was a different person. I have a thick accent, shaky grammar, poor vocabulary, a big backpack of uncertainty, a present to start from scratch. And everything I have built since then is thanks to the trust of someone else from this city. The Carnegie Library trusted me as a user even though I only had a status as a tourist. That allowed me to finish my master's thesis and present it in Madrid. The Greater Pittsburgh Literacy Council, GPLC, offered me free English classes because they trust the potential of immigrants to contribute to this society. My first bosses in the United States, the owners of Rita's Italian's ice cream, Gwen and Galen Murer, trusted me despite my hard accent and my inability to make a perfect ice cream cone. Henry Rees and Diane Samuels, the founders of City of Asylum, trusted me as a beneficiary of the program, and when they offered me a position as the managing editor of Samsonia Way magazine, the magazine of City of Asylum. Even though I knew I was able to run a magazine, I did it for 7 years in my country. I thought that they were joking. Really? My level of English was just enough to pass the TOEFL, but to run a magazine? Nobody knew me in the national writing circles, and God knows how all of us rely on recommendations and unknown publications to choose what we read. But together, we work it out. In less than 1 year, the magazine gained a space in the eyes of freedom of speech defenders. Diane and Henry later trusted me the programming of City of Asylum. And now they put in my hands part of this organization's future. With the staff that is executing 125 events for 2017 and is under my supervision, we share excitement, passion, breaking news, crisis, knowledge, but most important, we rely on each other. I trust them, they trust me. The board of directors of this organization, my neighbors, programs like Leadership Pittsburgh, and the National Arts Strategies trust me. The writers, the curators, the artists, the musicians I work with trust me. There are things that are so close, so habitual, so daily, that we hardly notice and take them for granted. Everything we are, as individuals, as citizens, as parents, as siblings, friends, neighbors, depends on one thing: trust. An Italian writer some time ago said that trust was the invisible genius of the city. Trust is the thread with which we are weaving our lives, our hours, and our days. Contrary to fear, trust allows us to see allies where other people see enemies. If we trust in each other, we can even transform an abandoned building into a beautiful place for culture and coexistence. Here at City of Asylum, naked and mute walls were covered by letters ready to be part of a new story that goes back to the origins of this country, made by immigration, solidarity, and collaboration. As new citizens, I am sure all of us hope projects like this permeate Pittsburgh and our new country. I personally want to thank all of those who have made my journey possible, including my partner, Mikel. As new citizens, I can say all the sacrifices were worth it. That I remain here for love. Love to my new city, love for what I do here at City of Asylum, love to my neighborhood, love. Congratulations to you, and thank you to everybody.